Hi, Phil Schoenberg, Fastpitch Power. You know, I don't often talk too much about pre-motion because the pre-motion is something that's very personal and it can vary quite a bit from pitcher to pitcher. So I'm not going to talk too much tonight. I'm not going to show you tonight what your pre-motion should look like. But I'm going to show you three basic flaws that are serious flaws that can inhibit your ability to pitch with speed and command if your pre-motion is not optimal. So what is a pre-motion? A pre-motion is something that is going to get me started on the pitching rubber and get me off the pitching rubber. It's a rhythm, it's a movement that is going to start me to getting into position where my pitch begins. And we've talked about this many times. My pitch begins here in power K position. When my stride foot lands, I create a solid foundation. I look like the letter K. My palm is up, my elbow's down, my glove is pointing at my catcher, and I'm ready to deliver the ball. I've established the throw zone, and my objective in my pre-motion is to get me to that point as quickly and as effectively and efficiently as possible. What we generally teach our beginners is a very simple movement off the pitching rubber. It's called rock back ready forward. And some form of this can still be utilized no matter how advanced you become. Rock back ready forward is simply setting yourself up relaxed on the pitching rubber, drive foot, which is my right foot. Ball of the foot is touching the front of the pitching rubber so I can push off of it. The back of the foot, the back foot is my stride foot. That's touching the back of the pitching rubber. Rock back, ready forward. My ready forward position gets me what we call in a loaded position. My weight is on my front side. My heels are up. I look like a sprinter getting ready to come out of the blocks. On your mark, get set, go. From here, I'm going to push my drive foot backwards. As I reach and track for my target, I'm going to create an aggressive glide. So that is about as simple as it gets. Rock back, ready forward. Notice where my hands are, in the middle of my body. Now I'm going to face you, and I'm going to show you a couple of issues that you can have with your pre-motion that are going to ruin that timing and balance. One of them is what I call the slide forward. Now a lot of our advanced pitchers want to learn a slide step. A slide step is when you set your feet on the pitching rubber and your drive foot slides across to create that load and then pushes you out. It's just another way to get rhythm and to get a nice fluid movement off of the pitching rubber. What I see a lot of young pitchers do, and even some of the advanced pitchers, is they start their slide step and then they slide forward. That's illegal. You can't do that. You cannot move forward off the pitching rubber. That drive foot has to come through after your stride foot lands, and so long as that drive foot has made contact with the ground, you can glide forward as fast as you want, or as far as you want, but you cannot slide that drive foot forward when you're in your pre-motion. So if I'm not doing a slide step, it would look like this. Sometimes I'll rock back, pick this foot up or slide it forward, and then walk forward. That is illegal. From the side, it looks like this. Rock back, slide forward, track, and land. Cannot do that. That drive foot must stay in contact with the pitching rubber while you're doing your pre-motion. There are two other, that's just illegal. Umpire's going to call time and call that a ball. There are two other issues that have to do with the pre-motion that are going to ruin your timing. Both of which lead to what I call pre-tracking. One of them is a very big backswing. Now, there are a lot of pitchers who use a backswing in their pitches. A lot of successful pitchers have done that. I don't like it because it allows the batter, opposing coach, to see the ball for a long period of time. I prefer being hidden in the glove and not being able to see that ball until you get to the top of the circle and take your hands out of the glove. If I do a big backswing, that's okay. But both my hands and my stride foot need to work together, and I don't track until both my hands get approximately up to my chin, at which time I'm going to track to my target and put my body in position to throw a pitch with command and speed. If I do that same backswing and it allows my body to turn, that's what I call pre-tracking, then my glove hands go in here, my pitching hands go in here. When I land, my pitching hand is going to be too far down the back side of the circle. I'm going to be pushing the ball to the plate instead of powering the ball to the plate. So that is an important thing to be aware of when you're doing your pre-motion. The other thing that leads to pre-tracking is what I call the side load. And that is, you know, some pitchers will do this, like a Major League Baseball pitcher will do, and they'll come into the middle of their body. That's good, because my body is now square to my target, hips and shoulders. My hands are going to come up, and my stride foot is going to come up the front side of the circle together. I'm going to track, and I'm in a balanced position. If I pull my hands to the side, which a lot of pitchers do, you can see what it does to my body. My left shoulder is now facing my target already, and again, just like I did with that backswing to turn my body, my pitching hand is going to go out to the side, my glove hand is going to go someplace else, and by the time I land, I have lost the full distance in the back side of the circle to generate power and speed. So a pre-motion can be very personal. It's what feels right to you. It's what gets you off the pitching rubber in a fluid and relaxed fashion and gets you to your power K delivery position as quickly and effectively as you possibly can do it. So when you are thinking about your pre-motion, my objective, keep it simple. If I can get my advanced pitchers to still buy into a simple variation of rock back, ready forward, I have kept that movement as simple as it can possibly be, and it's effective in getting you to where you need to be in order to deliver that pitch with maximum consistency and speed. I hope this has been useful for you. Any questions you have, I'm happy to answer them. Talk to you next time.